Hey guys, it's Metro, and today we're going to talk about the top 10 things that you need to know before you backpack in the Smokies. All right, so we've made it. Thank you, Bucky.
You're welcome.
Look behind me. I got Luscious. Back on the trail. Let's keep on moving. If you're new to this channel, consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell for weekly updates as we cover all kinds of great places to hike, gear reviews, and so forth. So if you're into that kind of stuff, consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you put a comment down below, as I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's video. So is there early check-in here at the Hilton? I'm ready to check in. Is there a hot tub?
Back at the bathhouse, maybe.
Got it.
This shower could talk, man. Ooh. But anyway, heated in here, so if it ever got cold, this would be the spot to go to. This is the Fontana Hilton bathroom.
Before you head into the Smokies, I would recommend staying at the Fontana Hilton. The Fontana Hilton is a shelter, and I feel it's one of the nicest shelters on the Appalachian Trail because it provides a charging station, access to clean water, and a heated bathroom with showers. So if you're looking to experience luxury at its finest on the trail, make sure you check out the Fontana Hilton and spend the night because it's got plenty of room and an excellent sunrise view in the morning.
In just a few more steps, we'll be up in the mountains. So up there is the Shuck fire tower. We've got about 3.5 miles of hoofing it.
A permit is required if you're going to stay overnight in the Smokies. What does that mean? It is $40 for a through hiker permit, which means you have to exit the park within 8 days.
This is it, guys. No permits, no entry. See this? Permit.
In addition, you have to start your hike at least 50 miles outside of the park in either direction to be considered a through hiker. Now, for most hikers, it takes them 7 days to go through the entire park. For me, it took 5 days. The first day, we started at Fontana Hilton, entering the park and staying at Spencefield Shelter on night 1. On night 2, we were at Double Spring Gap. On night 3, we were at Icewater Spring. 4, we were at Cosby Knob, and on day 5, we exited the park at Davenport Gap, making our way to Standing Bear Hostel to spend the night. Now, the Smokies is roughly 71.6 miles from point to point. Most people go northbound, but I would say the easier route is to go from Davenport Gap to Fontana Dam.
Good little view. It's nice. There we go.
So again, we entered the park from Fontana Dam, entered into the park going northbound, and the first real landmark that you're going to get to is the Shuck Fire Tower. It's about 480 feet straight up and provides an excellent panoramic view of Fontana Lake and the surrounding areas, and is definitely recommended to check it out. It is extremely scary. When I was there was no guardrails on the staircase, and as we made our way up, I felt like the fire tower was just basically going to fall over. Since then, they put some guardrails up, so it's not as scary, but keep that in mind. Do not miss the Shuck Fire Tower. It's a little bit off the AT, and you definitely should check it out.
Oh, funny seeing you.
Hi.
This guy's got his trail legs, man. Not only has a new pack, but this guy was going like 6 miles an hour.
In regards to the daily schedule, if you're trying to plan your through hike through the Smokies, make sure you check out the link down below, as I provided a link to a spreadsheet that outlines every day that I hiked on the Appalachian Trail in terms of where I got on and where I got off in terms of the trailhead. everyday mileage along with the video. So if you're trying to do research for your own through hike, make sure you check out that link as you begin to plan your daily schedule. It is very important that you exit the park within 8 days. You do need to put your permit in the beginning as well as when you exit the park. So make sure you're in and out of the park within 8 days. And I think the schedule down below will definitely help you out. So as you look at the daily schedule, you'll notice that we plan most of our night stays at shelters on the North Carolina side. That's because any shelter or any area on the Tennessee side will not provide a privy. So if you do need to go, make sure you stay at a shelter in North Carolina. Otherwise, you're going to need to follow leave no trace principles and dig a hole deep enough because there's definitely no shelters, or I should say no shelters with privies on the Tennessee side. So another huge tip for anyone staying at the shelters in the Smokies, you are going to be required to hang your food. There are bear cables at every single shelter. Even if you have a bear canister, you're going to have to hang your food. What does that mean? Well, for my friends, they actually had to put their bear canister inside of their backpacks and hang their backpacks up on the bear cables. Now, that may not sound like such a bad thing, but unfortunately, the weather in the Smokies is unpredictable to say the least. It rained all the time. So there was multiple times in situations where those hanging backpacks got completely wet and soaked because the food had to be hung. It rained overnight. So in the morning, their pack weighed almost twice what it did in the morning. So in the Smokies, you're going to hit the highest point on the Appalachian Trail, Kuohi, coming in at 6,644 feet. It is the highest point on the Appalachian Trail and provides excellent 360 panoramic views of the surrounding areas, and it's definitely an area you need to check out. Now, one thing to take into consideration is that this area will close down for the season, and there will be nobody up there, especially because the roads are closed accessing this area. That means the bathrooms will be closed, no access to electronics, or any type of resupply. So even though you are experiencing this incredible view, if it's off season, you're going to be out of luck.
Clingman's Dome, that's the visitor center. It's 9:30, they don't open until 8. Oh boy, this ain't good. So on far out, they called this flow righteous. I don't know. That's a slow flow.
Now just beyond Kuohi is Newfound Gap, which is more or less the midway point of hiking through the Smokies on the Appalachian Trail. This will provide you access to go into Gatlinburg to resupply, but because the weather is unpredictable to say the least, if it is off season or during the colder months, there is always a chance that rain or snow and ice will come in overnight and close the road down. In multiple situations, people that went into town to resupply were unable to get back on trail. So make sure you plan accordingly, look at the weather, and go forward from there.
But my favorite thing is Luscious Loot. Some of the best trail mix in the world. It is. I'll go through each little one. Has a little memoir. So, banana chips, macadamia nut, toasted coconut, peanut butter M&M. Oh, no pumpkin seed.
Here you go.
And Terrasol pumpkin seed. Luscious Loot.
In terms of my favorite section on the Smokies, I would say Charlie's Bunyan is it for me. Just past Newfound Gap, you're going to hit Charlie's Bunyan, a little bit past Icewater Spring. And as you access this area, especially on a clear day, you're going to get stunning views in all directions. It's definitely a little bit off trail. It's definitely worth checking out if it is a nice day. Now, I've heard some people say it was completely whited out. Don't bother if the weather is bad, but if it is a great day, check out Charlie's Bunyan. It is my favorite section in the Smokies.
We've been climbing and climbing and climbing. Started at 1,700 feet. Now we're at 4,700 feet. It's about 3,000 feet of elevation gain. And boy, I feel it. Now, for those going ultralight, you got troopers out there, man. ET's carrying 50 pounds. 50 pounds. I'm carrying like 30, and I'm struggling.
Now, as you train for your through hike through the Smokies, I recommend doing as much training as possible because it is extremely tough terrain. For me, it felt like the climbs never stop, and the terrain is not necessarily smooth. It's going to be rocky, rooty, and very well worn in a lot of the areas throughout the entire park.
All right, your weather update is brought to you by Luscious. Tonight,
a chance of showers and thunderstorms before 11 p.m., then patchy fog and a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 11 p.m. and midnight, then patchy fog and showers and thunderstorms likely between midnight and 2 a.m.,
Okay.
then patchy fog and a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., then patchy fog and showers and thunderstorms likely between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., then patchy fog and a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m., then patchy fog and showers and thunderstorms likely. Mostly cloudy with a low around 51, southwest wind 10 to 20 miles per hour with gusts as high as 35 miles per hour, chance of precipitation is 60%, new rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 inch possible.
So we backpacked through the Smokies in February. The temperatures ranged from the mid-20s to the mid-50s. For these types of conditions, I recommend having multiple base layers and heavier gear, mainly because you're going to need to bundle up and have that warmth. You can have a fire at the shelters, but for me, we never start a fire because we do not want the responsibility of putting these fires out. Water can be limited, and if you start a fire, you're going to be responsible for putting that fire out entirely. So we bundled up with heavier clothing. I used a Squak microgrid fleece, and it helped me throughout my entire hike, especially at night, to stay warm through those temperatures that were dropping into the mid-20s. If you're interested in the Squak microgrid fleece, I'll put a link down below so you can access that. And if you use code METRO, you'll get a discount not only on the microgrid fleece, but site-wide, so check that out.
Here it is, guys. It is the remnants of my through hiker permit being deposited here at Davenport Gap. It has been fun, but that was challenging. Be prepared.
As you exit the park at Davenport Gap going northbound on the Appalachian Trail, I will say that this area has been impacted greatly by Helene and recently flooded again. Now, where we stayed was Standing Bear Hostel. I'm not sure if they've rebuilt it this time, but amenities are limited to say the least. Getting in and out can be somewhat cumbersome, so make sure you plan accordingly to have a shuttle to pick you up if you're planning to resupply once you exit the park. So if you found any value in this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and send me your comments as I do respond. As always, thanks for watching, but until next time, let's keep moving.